Alright, hi folks, Steven here. We got another little bit of a live stream with this for Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. So, I don't know exactly when because I'm still sort of working with Anne on a date and time. But sometime in the near future we should be doing a discussion of the music of this game, which is what we'll be kind of focusing on here. I will be doing gameplay and other stuff like that. But do give us a comment on any of that aspect. So this is the second GameCube Pokemon battling game. So not counting stuff like, well, I guess the only other ones are, well, there's stuff like Box. There's, let's see. And by the way, before we start this is a finished game file. In other words, I have completed the main game here. So if you do not want spoilers for this game, probably shouldn't watch this stream. We kind of always do expect that you've been watching it for a while. But in any case, this is the second of Genius Sonority's, I guess, GameCube games. Like I said, not counting Pokemon Box or Pokemon Channel, or I guess the Game Boy player. So technically, I suppose a lot of Pokemon stuff on the GameCube. Let's see. As you notice, the protagonist here is a little bit younger than the Pokemon Coliseum game. Just slightly. Going for a little bit of different thing. But this kind of functions, it's definitely a sequel. Definitely a follow-up to the first game there. But there is a lot of reused music in this game. But there's also a lot of new music for new areas, and the battles have different music. So where we are right now is, I don't know if it's pronounced Gadion or Gadion Port. It is one of the new areas of the city. Let me turn this up a little bit on my headphones just so I can hear the music a little bit better. So yeah, there weren't really too many watery areas in the original game. This place still does kind of have a little bit of that Wild West feel to it, though, as far as the way the stuff is done. Got a little bit of that. It's almost kind of banjo-y, a bit more than a guitar. But you can tell this is a fairly lively city within the game. Alright. Kind of a little seaside village. You know, the region is based in Arizona, so I guess California did finally fall into the ocean. Alright, well, I want to go over a couple places here. Robo-Kyogre. We're actually going to go to one of the last areas in the game so I can comment on. This is Scyther Isle. I'm not sure if that's how it is. But I wanted to point out here with the music is you've got this, it's like the clock chime, you know, the dee 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 dee. But it's in a very, I don't know if minor is quite the right word, but it's very much darker than you would otherwise expect for that tune. That tune does show up in Pokemon several times, the clock chime theme, which I'm not sure exactly where that comes from. I should definitely try and look that one up. But it does show up here. It shows up in one of the cities in Sword and Shield, and I think it also makes an appearance in, help me out here, I think one of the cities in Gen 3. This is all synth stuff, Tsukasa Tawada. Kind of interesting little loop there. But since I've already taken care of everything here, there's not much for me to show. I could go, I think, refight the final boss of the game one more time. But I think we're going to skip that. And back to happy music. Alright, let's check out a couple of the other places in this game. So yeah, the map area, pretty much the same song as the first game. There are some small tweaks to some of the other tunes in the game and whatnot. And stuff like, I think Phoenix City has like a third segment in all of that. But otherwise things are pretty similar to last time. Let's go to Kamiko's house. I forget precisely. There's some sort of plot advancement that goes on through here. Very foreboding music here on the outside. Kind of atmosphere, although I think there are some like bells and other stuff and some lighting and stuff. Probably a little bit Luigi's Mansion inspired. Yeah, some high-pitched instruments there to add a little bit of tension for this creepy little house. Let's go inside here. And here you have something a little bit different. This is sort of your secret laboratory type place. Not an evil secret laboratory like we see in other places. Honestly, here there's kind of a happy and maybe a little bit silly work type in place, factory type place. Very high-tech sounding, of course. Now, if I take a look at this monitor here, to talk with Time Cut Recorder. So yeah, if you look up there, let's see, the assistant has some interesting choices of inventions in there that are kind of messed up. But I believe this is, yeah, Kamiko. So very different from the outside, of course. Alright, well, let's take a look at our next area. It's really impressive to me how much stuff was actually added, at least, you know, musically speaking. Let's see. Where's some other new places we can go? Let's take a look here at the Pokemon HQ Lab. I believe this is actually your home in here. More greenery in the scenery this time around. Yeah, that sort of you can kind of tell this music is intended for like the beginning area of the game. Very playful here. Really impressive variety with the music in this one too. I mean, there's still definitely a lot of that Western type feel stuff. Also a little bit of a building quality. I don't know if I will call it super scientific. That's maybe not the best way to put it. Now if we head over here, you can sort of head over to more of the research area. There's also, if we went through the left-hand doors, that would be kind of where your living quarters and stuff are. We went through this one here. This is kind of where your character starts the game and whatnot. Okay, so one of the things that happens in the game is this cruise ship, the SS Libra, gets stranded out in the middle of the desert. So as you kind of expect from this, this is sort of the more desolate area. If you listen carefully to this track, there is a little bit of a that string part you're hearing right now. Like, it's not as desolate as it could be. It's more sort of appreciate the vastness and this ship that has been stranded and split in half, really, all the way out here. You know, you're kind of, it definitely gives you the impression that, you know, you're looking at something that is kind of was once a wonder of the world and has now been kind of reduced to this. Alright, let's take a look at the Scyther Key Layer. This is another new location. I'd say about half the locations in this game are new. A lot of new music to go with it, so... See this rather imposing pyramid/fortress type deal? Very much your kind of typical, you know, evil layer type of sound. Again, the scenery here, I mean, you can tell that there was... This place was kind of hidden, but you can tell that this canyon or whatever it is has a bit of a history as well. Let's see. Could go to the Orre Coliseum, but I think that just uses a tune from the original game there. So I think we've been to most of the new places at this point. Actually, pretty much all of them. So maybe, yes, there are these Poke spots. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. So unlike the first game, there are a handful of places where you could potentially catch wild Pokemon. There's a handful of them available. Music here, it's kind of interesting. It's obviously very much an oasis in the desert. There's a little bit of a ring of water around it, and then you can see the desert back in part of it. I do like the instrument. There's some pizzicato strings. And again, I don't know if it's a guitar or banjo or somewhere in there. So, very happy and playful. Now, if we go here to a different one... okay, here we go. Same music, but a different location. And I believe you do get different Pokemon at each location, potentially. Okay, let's see. Like I said, a lot of locations are around the same, but let's take a look. Now we're going to go to Pyrite Town so I can show you a battle. Now the theme for Pyrite Town is pretty much the same as what you would expect from before. Still that snappy finger vibe. Last time with bass stuff and piano that comes in a little bit later. Let's see, look at the Pokemon I have up here. Yeah, they should be good for one of these battles. So I will talk to this guy. So yeah, the battle themes for the most part are different from the original game here. Again, like many of the other battle themes from the first game, very much a guitar work here. Well, let's see, from a strategic perspective, I should be able to use Mach Punch on the X-Cloud. Oh, Brick Break, huh? Didn't use that on the Houndoom where it would be super effective, I'm not sure why. But, in any case, using our Flamethrower here on the A-Palm. Mach Punch on X-Cloud. Okay, that should take care of A-Palm, no problem then. You really got it there. Same victory theme there. I do want to talk about some of the game features in here, even though many of the areas are taken from the previous one. The purification system is much more advanced. Honestly, it's pretty interesting the way this song goes and stuff like that. The dynamics, like the first game, you have a lot of this very happy music, even more of it, I would say. And also sort of the desolation of various places. So it's kind of an interesting dichotomy in regards to that. Yeah, this Dragonite is pretty much ready to go in there. I could actually take out a number of these Pokemon. Most of these were, in fact, Shadow Pokemon. The Purification system, rather than having just in your party and the thing goes down, the first couple you do have to do like that. But as you get more of them, it sort of snowballs into this where you can totally purify a bunch of these. Now, I think if I remember correctly, I am out of Pokemon needing purification here. Give this a second to load. And yes, there's the Purified Lugia. Of course, it starts as a Shadow Pokemon, and you can purify it. And right around here I've got this. You also get the other legendary birds. I think the engine for this game might be a little more optimized. I think the frame rate is a little bit better here. Interesting how I get that right afterwards. That's kind of weird. But yes, that Dragonite you just saw, it looked like it was done, and now it officially is. Let's see. So in order to actually purify it, unfortunately, I think I need to go all the way back to the lab in there. Yeah, it looks like that cutscene depends where you started from there. So if you started from the western edge, there's a little more green and has a little more foliage to it, then you get the one scene. If you started from the more deserty areas, and this one is a little bit different too. Like I said, real variety in this game with the music. Otherwise, the music here is more or less the same. Now, the way the purification system here is, first of all, you do get up to 4 Pokemon in there, and they do more as you put more in there. But one of your goals there is to have a Pokemon have a type advantage over the Pokemon clockwise from it. So that Sandshrew is good against the Voltorb, is good against the Spearow, is good against the Rosalia, which in turn, of course, has a type advantage over the Sandshrew there, and that gives you like your best stuff there. Otherwise, this process is very similar to the first game. And I don't think I've literally purified every Pokemon that's in the game. I think I am missing a couple that I could get. Alright, let's check out a few other things where I can show you some places that have different music. So let's see, Realgam Tower. I'm not sure if that's exactly how it's pronounced, but you may remember this is the final area of the first game. Here it works pretty differently. The overall music is, in fact, the same. But let's go over here to this side. Alright, so you have a bunch of like pre-built scenarios you can do using the battle sim. So just to make this relatively quick, we're going to choose one here that I already know pretty much how to beat. Yeah, so for this, like, wannabe holodeck, it's this long sequence here. I'm not sure how much of this it is trying to all loading, because this one kind of mechanically bothered me, just because it would take, like, if you messed up and realized you had to start over, you have to go through quite a bit there. Nice little drum beat here. So the gist of this one is we have to make sure we're using the correct countering move here. Very basic one, but let's see, I think, yes, I did. Very electronic sounding song here. I don't think this was in the previous one. I could be wrong about that. And I think this one just alternates between physical and special. Yep. The other ones have much more advanced AI, and they can take a number of tries to actually do these correctly. Oh, okay. They put a little safeguard in there so that you wouldn't, Very nice. Of course, if this were in Gen 4, it'd be harder because we'd have to know each move would have its own special versus physical status rather than being by type. There are at least 50 or 51 of these in there. Just want to show this as a feature. Okay, looks like I've bought all of them in there. Still missing a couple out there, you can tell. Got through about 25. Plus, that's supposed to be a play on Big Bang Theory there, but it says sorry. You can kind of see how these go in there. But you do get a reward, I believe, of some sort after you beat each of them. Not much else to see. Well, actually, now that I think about it, sorry about this, folks. I did want to show one other thing here. Now, if I remember correctly, on the left we have, I believe, Battle Bingo. I could be wrong about that. Oh, I actually have not finished everything on this one yet, on this save file. You know what? Let's give this one a try. A little bit of a carnival, you know, right this way. Step up and, you know, prove your strength or your knowledge or stuff like that. But, alright, let's give... Alright, so the way this works is, I mean, it's a 4x4 grid, so maybe bingo isn't the best thing to call it. Let's see. Very different battle theme here. Not sure precisely what they were going for with this song. But your goal, of course, is to sort of clear everything. Now, these are always these one-on-one things. And you notice I have a couple Master Balls, so if I see a good Pokemon that I want to keep using, I can work my way on there. I know with some of these you have to really work your way and I'm going to say this should probably be, yeah, one-hit KO. Now, if I remember correctly, this is a late Gen 3 game, so on the Advanced or something like that. I think there's even like a, I forget if it's Bonsly or something else. Alright, so you can kind of see there, you need to learn how to flip panels in the right order. So let's give that another try. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's see, info here. Alright, so let's give this another chance since I sort of messed that up. So you see I have EP of 2, so the way this one works is that obviously what I have to do here is I have to not run out of the EP. I knew there was some sort of system like that. It's been a while since I've touched this. Altaria, huh? What we kind of want to do here is actually just find another Pokemon that is good against flying Pokemon. Your goal is to basically try to find your way through this whole card. There's usually a good route. You can look it up. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you can see here, this one is a little bit tougher since Dragon Breath is not his regular effective there, but that does take care of Altaria. Alright, we only have one left, so what we need to do here is flip over one of the things here. Let's see if we have better luck with... Alright, so unfortunately we still don't have anything. So what we're going to want to do here then Ah, we have to... Looks like we have to start from a thing adjacent to one we're doing. So let's see here. So we're going to have to catch this Pokemon. Crobat might not be terrible. Let's see. Yeah, you can see how I'm kind of, you know, thing. So a lot of this is, right now, is just figuring out how to make my way across this. Okay, Gligar, so actually not a great thing here. So I think we're going to... I think that's one of the things I wasn't super happy about. Come on. Yeah, poison, good. So yeah, we're definitely not catching this one. Alright, so hopefully Gligar, yeah, with Earthquake, not something we want when all the Pokemon are flying. I think I'm going to try some more time on this after this stream, but we'll keep going through here. Alright, so we got a couple choices here. So, again, we're down to a part where we only have one Pokemon, or one EP left. So, wherever we go, we either have to pick like this, and then we get a move off of that. Hopefully we get more EP. If we get on our Master Ball, we're out of luck. So instead, let's go ahead and pick, let's see. Okay, we're going to have to catch whatever this is. Murkrow, huh? So yeah, even though we got a bingo on here, we still don't get... Oh, okay. Let's see here. So what we want to try and do here, let's give that to Sudowoodo. And sort of your way you work from here. So we know that's Scyther. Our goal here is generally to... Okay, we got our Master Ball, so we can catch another Pokemon here. That's good. Now, kind of unfortunately here, can't make it to that corner up in the top right just yet, because you can't go diagonally. You can only go orthogonally. Let's see. Oh, we got Xatu, huh? So, Psychic Flying. I'm not sure how much good that does us either, but we certainly would not have wanted to. Ooh, it's not so great. So, Murkrow would obviously have been better here. Alright, so that was a waste, obviously. So, let's see. This time we have to throw a Pokeball. So maybe I should have gone somewhere else and see what I can get. because otherwise we're out. Alright, well, we can get another bingo potentially here. We'll see if we're lucky enough. Charizard, huh? So you can see you kind of can work your way around. Yeah, unfortunately not what we really needed here, so if we had done this the other way around, would have fared a little bit better. Oh, we do still have 1 point left, so unfortunately there's nowhere I can go where I can get anything and I'm out of Master Ball, so it's kind of a pointless here. But let's explore some of this other stuff on the map here. At least we're faster this time. That gives us an advantage. So we'll win this one, but it won't do us any good because we'll be out of EP to take any more squares. And you can kind of see how it's... I think that game might not be the best design because, you know, we didn't get very far on either of those. Alright, well, let's take, I think... a look at 1 or 2 more places. Some of the other places have pretty much the same stuff as before. Let's see, can we... see if I can do a battle in here and see if we get a different musical theme. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's anyone left here for us to battle. Yes, here's the little board room, or whatever you want to say, for Snag'em. Well, that was a bit of a dry well. Sorry about that. But all the places from the first game are all pretty much here and have pretty much the same music. I think this will use the same battle theme. This is one of the battle themes from the first game, of course. Just for comparison. Definitely prefer Crunch to Bite, other than, obviously you don't get the flinch chance. Yeah, so... Oh, yeah, easily a knockout there. Not sure why this guy has so many Linoon, but alright. Yeah, unfortunately this is not the best game for overall commentary. So yeah, these Pokesnacks are what you leave at the little stops there to get the Pokemon in. But otherwise, this is mostly the same place you saw last time. Now, one thing I noticed on the map here is it doesn't seem like there's a quick way to get to the... I don't know if the Under still technically exists here. But you can see the Augot Village still there, Mount Battle, all that stuff. So, like I said, it is in some ways a very much an extended version of the original game with some new content, but it is a fairly fresh story. Oh, I think we might be able to talk to one of these guys. So as you can hear here, we have a little bit of a different theme. Still got that little plinky plunky. I don't know if that's piano or something else, but I don't know why. I thought that would miss. Was like, no, that's a flying. That doesn't miss. Well, at least neither did I. There we go. Almost got it there. I do kind of like the piano work though, and this one's pretty good. See, the snag machine now fits on his left hand. There's no companion character on this. Theme actually in here. Like I said, the battle themes and the new area themes are the main new ones in this. Everything else is usually pretty similar to what you got before. Battle one more of those Scyther folks. They're all color-coded by type. So let's see, this purple one I believe is poison. See, I think Muck is going to have higher HP and whatnot, so... Yeah, being so many levels higher, having a super effective move like that is not too... does make things not too difficult. Okay. Yeah, so super effective move, but not... Weezing not really known for its special attack. Yep, so... Yeah, kind of sad it only did half damage on a super effective. At least it's paralyzed now, so let's see what do we want to do here. I don't think this song is quite as iconic as its equivalent in the Colosseum game. But it's a nice addition, and I'm glad they did change out some of the battle music so it's not all the same, since you do hear it a lot. So like I said, since you can tell all these folks types by their thing there, I'll do one more, I think. These characters were, I believe, they may have looked a little different, but they were definitely, I'm almost certain, in the first game, but maybe I'm wrong about that. So let's see. Let's see the rare 4 times effective bug on that Cacturn. There we go. Okay, and that was a one-hit KO. I wasn't sure about that one. Yeah, not too difficult here with the level advantage that I have. Ooh, I didn't think we would get that in one hit, but we did. Fortress, of course, has exactly one weakness. And this should easily take care of it. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for our little musical tour. There are a few other things. Obviously, there's a new credits theme. There's a new, what else? You know, final battle theme and stuff like that. But, yeah, so, despite the fact that from the look of the map, a lot of the places are recycled, there's actually a lot of new music in this game, and we look forward to talking about it sometime in the future. Alright, folks, thanks.